Oh, it's so sour.
The skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Will will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting.
I'm gonna change something. I'm gonna go to high because there's a little bit of tearing. Sound alerts browser? Okay, I don't have one, but okay. What the heck is that? I don't have a sound alerts browser. Whatever. I closed out my Twitch. Hang on one second. Fucking shit. It keeps changing windows on me. There we go. Pull out chat. Let's try this again. Why do you keep doing this? Why are you forsaking me, game? That's better.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here. Funeral isn't for a while, and I'm not gonna walk into town.
Could you walk a little faster, please? Because you're going fucking slow, my dude.
This place was
Hey,
always
Luke.
one for decisions. Somewhere for
Well,
things
welcome
to fall
in and
apart.
welcome out. Grand opening, grand closing.
Welcome back to Basswood, Sam.
No loitering.
I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
There's a cemetery.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick.
My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
Let's go fall off a cliff. Which comment? Bears. The bears.
I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it. These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone. Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Oh, grand opening, grand closing, yeah.
Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal.
Do not hunt under the influence of alcohol. Probably a good idea.
I used to love looking at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day. Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind?
So I'm a psycho. Good to know.
Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
Meth is bad. Don't do drugs.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust
I
anyone
don't really
else.
like kids.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he
Like I
died.
said, don't like kids.
I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
My name.
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
No,
I
not
heard
really.
you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
I like this dude. We have a lot in common.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna,
Hi, Cheddar.
you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it.
No, thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
Honey, if
I'm
that's
down
not
on
what
one
you
knee,
think this is.
Ring? What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna,
Grandma
please say
got
something.
run over by a
Sam.
reindeer.
Put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring.
Emotional damage.
I put new sounds on my soundboard today.
You should know that. We've discussed it before.
So I guess that's a no.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
Oh boy. I gotta go to her funeral. Wish I could walk faster. I don't really want to read a journal entry. I don't really care.
I missed the funeral.
Maybe it's for the best. On the
Wow.
bright side, Nick's not alive.
I
for me to
missed
let
the
him
whole
down again.
funeral?
There seems to be something here. Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials.
It's acting like I have a
Always seems
PlayStation controller
twisted to me.
attached, and I don't.
I get the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here. I get the feeling it still sees
Hang
some
on, I wanna
use, given
see.
how bad the coverage is.
No, it's got the right one. I don't know why it keeps
Is up here.
giving me like I have a trackpad. I don't. Weird.
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone. Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Discord, I know I'm live. I get it.
Yuli, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
It's just like some
So-
Thelma and Louise
You
shit.
left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
It was more complicated than just me and you.
It's always more important than me.
Here we go.
Joan, listen. After Anna and I broke up, I couldn't keep living with her. I didn't have anywhere else to stay. So I moved back in with my mom, who's over in Connecticut these days.
You didn't call, text, or anything. You were just gone.
You're a minor.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest.
What is going
Listen,
on with the
I,
textures in this game?
I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation?
A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on,
Friends don't lie to each other.
even if it means disappointing her again. It's your call.
Okay. I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but
The textures in
wanna
this
know
game are
for
just so
sure. I
weird.
get it.
Like, I don't understand why. Hang on. I just want to
Thanks.
see something. Let me just see if that makes it better. No, that does not make it better. That's full screen. VSync's on. Oh, let's see if I can make it better.
I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do.
It doesn't fit.
See you inside.
Like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. That seems to have fixed it. I just turned the VSync off and on. Hopefully that was it.
Might as well talk to Walter.
Oh,
I'll
I
have
can
to
walk
sooner or
faster,
later.
finally. Jesus.
Same old town, same old bar. The more things change.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you.
That looks better
What kept
now.
you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town
I
requirement.
don't like hugging.
So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Yuck. He's the creeper.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
That guy seems like a total creeper. Yeah,
Not ready for this.
but I won't do that.
Here we go.
Luke, I wouldn't fuck him with your dick.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, Big Shot investigative reporter.
Todd, town
Didn't think you'd
loser,
ever be back in
total
there.
drunk. Nobody cares
I'd
about
gladly
you.
Slash your tires.
I'd gladly
That
slit
mean
your
you
throat.
couldn't leave town. And you are
Just really embracing those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen. Get you good old boys another round.
mighty kind of you, Declan.
You're not worth it, Higgs.
Just because you can't fight me, just say that.
Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight.
Yeah, I'm
You
still
always seem
getting
to
texture
angry up
issues. I don't know
everyone's
what's going
blood.
on with this game.
I plan to be out of here by morning. Don't want to stay any more than you want me here.
It's got to be the game because I was playing something
Don't
else
rush
earlier.
out of
and
here on their account.
It was fine, so.
Maybe don't dawdle either. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
I didn't know you read Dickens, Ethan.
Are you red dick?
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
She looks like Rita
Tara?
from Taxi.
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you met Hugh?
He
took
burned
over
alive,
the
you know.
pharmacy
Have you
just
met
after he
Hugh?
left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous
Doesn't
man
she?
to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
She totally does.
Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
She sounds like Jodie Foster.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father.
I'll miss him. Joan was
She
really
looks
hurt
like
when
the
you
hallway
left
the
town.
hot dog went down.
Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Well, that went over great. It was fantastic to see you, Kathy. Hey, Ben. Hope you had a good
Sorry
New
we
Year's.
lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face.
He was more her best friend than a dad.
I did, actually. It was nice to take a little bit of time
I
off.
wonder who took that picture.
I got some stuff done at the house. I'm almost unpacked.
Happier times.
It was 75 the other day, and then last night it was in the 20s, so
Look at us.
really getting used to this Chattanooga weather.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
I'm just so
What
happy
are
to
you
be
even
home
doing
with all
here,
these people.
Dennis?
Just love me so
you
much.
and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
Right? The weather's
This
bipolar.
coming
It's
from the
insane.
IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Oh, please.
Relax. I'm just playing.
You don't
At
play
least
with
tell
a
me how you
gun,
been.
son.
Really good. I'm thinking of going
I
back to
know,
school.
right? Totally
Go for
eat a
another
dick.
master's.
They're all just
So
being
you don't have a
complete
clue what to
jackasses
do
to me.
yourself. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Oh boy. My ex-girlfriend. Almost fiance. She's gonna start singing My Dick in a Box.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part.
Yeah. Boo.
How little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake.
This is the worst remix of Dick in the Box I've ever heard.
I wish that you were staying here.
Here, this is for you, Luke.
Do you want to come to a club where people wee on each other? Do you ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
Oh, God, I gotta go console her now. Oh, God almighty. Anna, I just came back to town to specifically tell you that your song was terrible.
Anna?
Sam!
Don't pretend like you give a shit. Let it happen.
Sorry. Old habits. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
I won't lie. It really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
I know, right? It
Desire
was
to open old
terrible.
wounds. The old timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers.
And no jobs.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or
See?
two.
No jobs.
5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I didn't say it wasn't my. I didn't say it was my fault.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared. Mad. You were easy to blame. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew
Her
the mine
father's
wasn't following
Lieutenant Dan?
regulations. You were the only one who started asking
Drinking
questions.
problems, exactly.
Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly
Lieutenant Dan.
supportive.
He got new legs.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together.
Wow.
Started to get
So you
serious.
fucked my best friend.
But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared
Wow.
for him.
Wait, you and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you?
This town is just
He
riddled
asked me
with
to let him
fond
be the one to
memories.
say something. You two had been so close.
What's next?
He probably
we get
tried.
stabbed in the alley?
I hadn't been answering
Jesus
his calls.
Christ. This is like the worst homecoming ever.
That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake.
She made her
Walter
chat
did a good
account.
job.
She's gonna be on there tonight.
But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me, and I'm
Speaking
still
of laying on top of things.
carrying him.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous? Whew. Now, this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing.
Well, I'm not gonna be here after
You
tomorrow,
always do
so.
this. You always. I get it. You're still you.
Y'all have
huh?
made me feel so
You'll
welcome.
always still be you, Sam.
You fucked
I
my
hope you
best
never
friend, so
change,
I don't want to
but
hear
I
it.
can't handle this right now.
Aw.
I'm gonna go home. I hate that his stuff is all over my house.
P.S.
Then
Your song
drink
fucking
and
sucked.
cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Your song was trash.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
Oh, this fucking. What is he eating? Are those crinkle cut fries? Bro, you're sitting in a bar eating crinkle cut fries by candlelight. You need to reevaluate your life choices. Oh god, it's the hugger again. What
Walter
the
can
fuck?
be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Do I really have to have a drink?
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Why does everybody have crinkle cut fries? Is that all they're serving at this wake? Oh god, let me talk to Rita again.
So tragic what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted
What
to
the
death.
hell, lady?
Not enough to damage the bones, but you know, not a pretty sight.
Why
Unless
on
you're into that kind of thing. Of course.
What?
I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
What is wrong with these people?
Well, you were, Tara. You can't talk about Nick like that.
What did I say? It was only the truth.
You're at a funeral.
poor
Or
Sam.
a wake,
Now
whatever.
that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I?
Does she have that
It's not my
same
job to be
disease
destroyed.
or curse that
They're not
the guy
cause
from
of all
Liar
my
Liar
problems.
had? Because she's just
I mean, that's what you did
spewing
for
at the
pretty much
mouth.
all of Basswood, but
Right?
not to me. So, I don't hate you.
I
Thanks
hate
for the
you.
confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
After everything that I've had go wrong with all these people, you are the worst thing right now. Everybody's got crinkle cut fries and root beer floats.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
I'm gonna have a little snack
Samuel,
while
Samuel.
I'm streaming because
Samuel,
I haven't really
join
eaten
us.
dinner.
We're just
so
sharing
don't mind me.
stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Wow, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To
I don't
dear
want that
Nicholas.
shit you're giving everybody else because it looks terrible.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there, with a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Oh, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
Learn all,
You two were
all
close,
kinds
though,
of things
right?
about Nick.
Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
I don't know. I hadn't spoken to him in almost 2 years. I cut this whole town out of my life, and now it's like I'm a stranger.
Not only are you getting the
This
stream,
place
you're
is
getting
in your
chewing ASMR.
It's like an old glove. You have to give it time. The friend of man.
He knows about old
the friend
gloves.
Of truth. The friend of age and guide of youth. Few hearts
This
like
guy is
his
so
with
creepy.
virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just
Yeah,
something
she was
I
a
keep
total
on
bitch.
hand for toasts.
Oh, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
This whole town's trying to bring me down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
Let me drink this horrible looking concoction.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything.
She was eating her crinkle cut
Joan.
fries that I think are supposed to be peanuts, but they
Leave
look
me
like
alone. You guys are all so stupid.
You do not talk to people that way.
Apparently she does.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
I think they're supposed to be peanuts, but they look like crinkle cut fries. This is a hell of a wake.
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
I'll send her a text. Make sure she's gonna be okay.
Are you okay? No. Oh, these are fun graphics. Am I drunk now? I did not eat enough crinkle cut fries to wash down this beer. Oh yeah, I'm toasted. Oh my goodness, look at this. Holy moly.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut
Yeah, he was
up.
slamming him back.
Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
I'm so sorry.
I am so very sorry. You stuck in existence, stuck in my head, just a terrible state you're in.
Twisted.
Get your anger and sarcasm
How are
out of
you?
your system.
Welcome to the stream.
Better you take it out on me than anyone else. You're back out in
40
the
minutes
world.
late, sir.
Feeling emotions, fitting in, that's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
None.
Emotional damage.
You were distracted by people? How dare those people?
Checkout was at 9.
I pay by the hour.
Sir, we need the room.
You need the room. Housekeeping.
No.
You want me for a
Stay out.
pillow?
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay.
I was gonna say, who is checkout at 9? It's usually like 10 or 11 or 12.
What happened last night?
My day was okay.
Pills plus drink.
I went to
That
Sam's Club
was
this morning, and
not
then I
my
had to go to
best
work,
idea.
and then I got stuck at work for like 5 hours.
I black out or what?
And then the place that I moved into, my boss owns this duplex, and then he also owns the one in the corner. And the
water on
lady
my
was
face.
supposed to move out back
Clear it
in fucking November, I think, or whatever. And she was always late with her rent or whatever. Anyway, long story short,
How many
they
of these
finally
did I
moved
take?
out, and her mother called my boss.
God, what I didn't even
And
get under
she's
the covers.
like, oh, she's moved
Glad I
out,
even made it to the bed.
and the floors are a little dirty, so she's thinking because there's carpet in that one, and she's like,
Late for checkout.
she's
They can wait a bit
probably
more.
not gonna get her security deposit back. That place is fucking trashed. He met her over there, and it's like right next door to when I was coming home, and he showed it
Just
to me.
tossed on the floor.
Holy
My mother would be
moly! It doesn't
proud.
look like she cleaned in like the couple years that she was living there. The carpet was brand new when she moved in.
At least it won't take me
It's
long
supposed
to
to
get
be
my
like
things.
a tan color, and it's like pitch black. It's so gross. And then the mother was getting mad. She's like, "It's not that bad." He's like, "This shit was brand new when you moved in. There's like holes in the cabinets. She cracked the shower tile like
Already
on the
feel
floor.
more
I mean, it
human.
was fucking bad."
Now, where did I put my shirt?
I was like, "Who lives like that?"
I was at least hoping I'd look better than I feel.
Come on, go out the door, please. Thank you.
Even sober, I'd never put my shirt back in the bag.
Okay, so where'd you put it then? I can't be responsible for all your shit. Where is it? Okay. Oh, is that it on the... That's his jacket. The fuck is the shirt? Is it in the tub? No, that's a towel. Oh, there it is. Why is this... It's full of blood. Yeah, but I went to Sam's Club today, though. That was fun. Did some grocery shopping. Yeah, I'm covered in blood. That's not good.
Good, that's...
I hope it's Tara's blood.
Get this.
She was a bitch.
What did I do?
No idea what he did. All I remember was he was slamming him back. Yeah, I mean, As fun as going to the grocery store could be, but yeah, it wasn't bad. He went to a wake, and he woke up this morning in a motel. He doesn't remember
Sam,
anything,
more
and there's
careful.
blood all over his shirt.
Breathe. Focus. Find the way to calm down.
Okay.
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Okay, it's not that one. I don't think I want to stop. He's getting a lot closer, too. I don't know which door it is, but... Fuck me!
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
It's really hard to, like, navigate around this, too. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to that one! God damn it! It's hard to navigate around it. Nope. Nope. This one, maybe? Nope.
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door.
What am I trying to
You
focus
need to
on?
steady yourself.
I don't know what I'm trying to do here.
Samuel, focus. Focus on anything other than the fear.
Yeah, the light was there, but it's like, which door do you go through? Because it's on all of them. I just want to know why I had blood all over my shirt.
You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
I guess. I mean, I kept running, but I guess he caught up with me.
Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately. Hide. It's never happened. Going on. Get far away. Don't think. Just go. If I run, I'll keep running. And you face what happened. Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers. I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol, you're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead.
I
need to
probably
know what
killed
happened
somebody,
last
though,
night.
because I had blood all
Last
over my
place I
shirt.
remember is the bar, so I'll start there. The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective. I'm gonna take it slow and be cautious, don't worry. Yeah, telling people not to worry always works. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
By the way, your rent is due. This game is a little strange, but not too bad. It's better than some of the other ones I've played. So this is the, oh yeah, it's the bar. Why do I think there's gonna be a body in the freezer?
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea? Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved. I don't
Just
know if
entering.
you'll see it that way. I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter.
Let's check the freezer. Could you say cleaning products not used effectively given the smell? Known the taste all too well. Main room door. Let's see if there's anything back here. Security desk. Inspect. Family photo.
Ethan and his parents. And I'm guessing that's his sister. He always thought they'd run the bar together.
Exotic bottle. What's that?
I remember seeing this before. A long time ago.
I know, right?
I doubt Ethan's account somehow led to the blood on my shirt.
Doesn't mean I can't be nosy. I was hoping there was going to be a body in the freezer.
Whoa. What happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened. I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Dude, you were pounding it down last night. Baseball bat. Cash register. Looks intact. Nothing here. Mop. What did that say? Ethan tried to clean up before or after the incident. Oh boy, Nick's memorial got all fucked up.
Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick. What knocked this clock off the pillar? These were sent scattering. Someone thrown into them?
Looks like I started a
It
fight.
might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Scratch seat.
Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that?
It seems there was a fight. That could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Was moved slightly. Oh, there's my hat.
Joel's hat.
Hey, Will, how are you?
Maybe we ended
Happy
up
New
having
Year.
it out after all.
Oh, what's this? It's just tape. Oh, my eye is bugging me. Nothing in the restroom. Hey, Wolf, long time no see. How's things? I don't see anything else. Oh, here we go. Sticky floor. Oh, there's blood. There's blood. Oh, no, it's not blood. It's just a sticky floor. Yeah, it has been a hot minute.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last
it didn't
night.
fall off the table. Okay. Not sure what else I'm supposed to look at here. Oh, I was sitting here. I think, right? Yeah. Oh. There's beer all over the floor.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for. What a mess.
Oh, there's Hugh's business
Hope
card.
this wasn't me.
Hugh's business card. Wonder why it's here.
Oh, nice! Basswood Pharmacy. I want to know why the clock was off the wall. I mean, it was up kind of high. Nothing else I need here. Well, I don't know what that is on the table. I guess it's supposed to be like a salt shaker. That's my hat, I think. Oh, there's a bracelet.
DG. Dennis's initials. Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't...
The flowers are ruined.
I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last
Yay,
night.
we got all the pieces.
Just gotta think it through.
RB. Alright, let's see.
At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways.
I have to think it through. Find out what really happened.
My memory ends here, but there's two...
It started here because I was sitting here just pounding them back.
I was drinking on my own, and someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously.
I must have thrown him into the table.
If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it.
And then towards the stage. Yeah, that would have done it. Near the jukebox?
The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me.
Towards the pillar. Okay. His bracelet came off, so...
Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl.
Okay.
That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
I'm gonna go with it went near the jukebox.
The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow.
I don't think it was. I think it was here, and then he hit me over there because the hat fell off. So we started there. The clock fell down. Hit me there. Okay. I feel like it's Dennis.
Joel's cap. Maybe he provoked me again after I'd had a few.
I feel like it was it, but... yeah. And I think from here, he'd like dive bombed me at the stage. I don't think it was Hugh, because Hugh dropped his business cards. Let's see. Let's try Hugh and see.
The pharmacist's business card. Hope I didn't start picking on the elderly.
We'll go at the bar.
One hell of a mess. This could definitely be the result of two people fighting.
So let's go here.
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here. The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow.
Yeah, I don't think it went that way. I think it went towards the pillar.
Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it. Looks like...
we got it.
This doesn't fit with the thing
No?
I found.
Okay, so let's go. We'll do Dennis's
That's Dennis's.
bracelet.
I definitely wanted to shut him up
To
last
the pillar.
night. The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it
I'm
was.
gonna stay on the
looks
stage.
Like I have the
Because
complete
Joel's-
picture now.
Yep, there we go. It was Dennis. Why is he talking to
You
himself?
know, the man who talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with
So
my
what'd you get for a laptop, Will?
Who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch who...
Ooh, here we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kick his ass.
You don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here.
Hopefully he's not dead.
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So
nice.
I strongly suggest you leave. And if I don't have time to lose explaining myself to Ethan.
I looked at MSI before I got mine. They make a pretty good laptop from what I've heard. I went with the Acer Nitro 5 with a bunch of upgraded crap. So yeah, I'm excited. I get to go chop all my hair off on Friday.
Town's Miners' Day
Finally.
celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that.
Take me home, West Virginia.
Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? Ask around, see if anyone's seen Dennis today.
Banjo Pete,
Maybe see if
it's your
anything jogs
state,
my memory.
West Virginia.
I've heard worse plans.
Oh, I put a new sound for you guys. You ready? I took it from Little Misfortune.
Basswood's small. If Dennis came through Main Street, someone saw him.
Closed hotel. Am I supposed to be going into the closed hotel? Oh, sorry. Hold on. You ready? Gave you guys a new sound.
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey,
I also
Millie.
gave you this one.
Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy.
Give yourself a fuck.
Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Yeah, you're a real Van Gogh there, sweetheart.
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. I heard you asking about my dad last night.
And then this one too.
Emotional damage!
Well, I guess I wasn't very subtle, was I?
No, you were not. Did you find out anything about my dad?
Not yet. Not really, at least.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something.
Yeah, I got a bunch of different
just
ones.
this
I put
town,
this one too, but it's
you know?
low and I can't make it any
This
higher. Let's
place,
see.
It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't
Happiness to
think.
George the
I can't
Pinata.
stand my mom. I don't like school.
It's really low. I'm
except
gonna
for
have to
science.
see if I can
And
mess
just-
with it.
When I imagine myself in the future, I just don't. I don't know. I don't see this place.
I found one for all
these
of my
people.
80s kids.
and
Stop
somewhere
it.
else.
Get some help.
Anywhere else. I know it's stupid. Just.
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world. Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been
Find
told
out what happened to your dead dad. Oh wait, that's what
Gross.
I'm here for.
Okay, well, that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
I mean, her
I
dad
got
was my
grown-up
best
stuff I gotta
friend,
do.
so.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
It's tough seeing her like this. Seems she got older by 6 years in just 2.
Alright, so where am I supposed to be going here?
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before.
Nicole.
Passing by?
I was born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back?
I know, right?
You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
I'm looking at her
Yeah,
necklace,
sure.
and I'm trying to figure
I'm
out what
just
the
gonna
middle
take my
piece is attached to,
millions
because
of
it's got a
dollars
ring
and
on the
make a
top,
run
but it's not
for it.
attached to anything.
I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay.
Okay.
Too poor to leave.
Magic necklace. Cool. Good talk, Nicole. Tracks and tunes. The music in this game really fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Yo, get out the way.
Make me, homie.
You move. I'm the one coming in.
Fuck you.
That's enough.
That's what I thought. Little punk ass.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
The I-95 song? No, I
Honestly,
haven't.
I don't remember last night. You saw me blackout drunk. Not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys. But you would have none of it.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
How do you figure?
The mine was a band-aid on a torn artery. Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
Last night was a wake-up call. I'm gonna try focusing on clean living.
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
Not that I know of.
I have to ask, why move here?
So I have a question
of
for
all
you guys. I
places?
know there's only a couple of you in here.
Basswood.
So after I finish this game, I'm
blink
thinking it's going
and
to
you
take like
miss
2
this
streams. So this stream and another stream.
People move out
I
of
have a
Basswood.
bunch of games.
Not in.
The town I used
I
to
just
work
got
in
Marvel
had 100
Avengers
other
through Xbox
Oh,
Game
you
Pass.
sales.
I just got
But you don't
some
get to know anyone,
Burger
ever.
Time Happy
Plus, if I'm
Town
being
crazy
honest,
game from Steam.
I always imagined I'd
And
retire in a
I've also
small
got a lot
mountain
more
town.
story-driven games.
Samuel,
So would
I
you
saw you
guys rather
talking
me
to Walt.
play
Can you ask him something
Avengers
from me?
or should we move on to
Sure thing.
another
What is it?
story-driven game?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood Jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Good talk. Candy bowl. Story type games? Okay.
Hey, Kathy.
Yo, Sam.
I might play Avengers
do you
offline
for?
then and just upload it.
So, the wake.
None of us were on our best behavior. Nick would have been happy you showed up. No
Because I
matter
also
how
have
anything
like
else went. I left early myself to go check on Joan.
not The Last of Us.
Did
What's
you
it called?
have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's
What the fuck is
not
it called?
what I-
Where
I
she
just
can
want
rewind
her to
time.
be a little girl, not a little Sam Higgs.
I'm
Sneaking
drawing a
around
blank
and
right now.
getting into trouble.
Life is Strange.
Now all
Thank
she
you.
can
Jesus
talk
Christ,
about is how
brain.
you're gonna
I
prove
have
that
all the
she's
Life is
right.
Strange games. I have like
Sorry.
1, 2, Before
I
the
know it's not your
Storm,
fault,
the
but
newest one that's out. I
don't-
also have all the Man of Medan games, like
I
Little
don't know what
Hope.
to do with her. She's my daughter.
Whatever the newest one that's
And I
out
feel
is.
like
So
a
I have
loser.
stuff like that. So if you guys want me to play that, I'll start doing
I gotta
those.
go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
I need to find Dennis.
No one in here was much help.
Let me see if she knows.
3 boxes of codeine.
Nope, can't talk to her anymore. Okay, no Dennis. It's an interesting pharmacy where they're selling hiking supplies. Oh, there's that stupid bitch from last night. Let's go talk to her.
Oh, Sam.
Yes,
You here to
the
pick up
first one
something
is the
for
one
your,
with the ship.
condition?
The second one is
I
called Little
have a
Hope, which
condition.
is based like about a witch,
the one
like
that
Salem
makes you
witch
the way
trial
really
kind of
so
times.
you-
And the third one is
It's
supposed
all
to
right,
be
of
in the
course.
desert,
I won't
and
tell
there's a demon
anyone.
involved, I think.
I might actually have leaky gut.
Oh,
It's where
God,
your
here she goes
intestine
again.
Starts to dissolve.
Why not ask the pharmacist?
And let him know I might have something like that. Ew, he's basically a stranger.
Look, have you seen Dennis?
I saw him yesterday. We exchanged pleasantries. At the wake? Oh, I saw you too.
Oh boy.
Given his condition yesterday.
Yeah, and then Life
he
is
might have
Strange
come
is the
in
one
here.
where she
You
can, the first one
walloped
she can
him.
like rewind time and stuff.
Why
And
not ask the pharmacist? I'll just check the internet when I get home. It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to you, Tara.
No, it wasn't. Don't lie.
Mm,
You
was
ain't
it?
got to lie, Craig. You ain't. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. I can't stand her. Oh my god, I can't stand her. She reminds me of, was it Rita from, what was that show? Taxi? With Danny DeVito. Rita, I can't remember her last name. Rita something. The Life is Strange one or the other one? Life is Strange, probably. Okay, so let's see what we got next door.
Oh. I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Life is Strange.
Don't give me
Perlman,
that.
Rita Perlman,
People
thank
have
you
been
so
complaining,
much.
So don't let me see you
My
here
brain's
again.
getting old.
Fascist. What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Yeah, I fucked his
I'm
shit
not
up.
judging. His head's full of smoke. Takes a while to clear it out.
He's an assist. Look at his badge.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are.
Let's see if we can
I
get.
tried
Look,
to be
he's an
understanding,
assist.
Polite, but
Assist.
It's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day?
What am I, your
Grinds you down.
psychiatrist?
It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Sorry about that. I went off for a spell. Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Yeah, a lot of the games I have on my Steam library
Trust
are
me, I
story-driven games because those are the
I don't
kind
wanna
of games
keep
I
you, officer.
enjoy.
Have a good day.
I'm not really good
Keep
at like
your nose
shooters and
clean.
stuff, but like I am also gonna replay Heavy Rain at some point, which is like one of my favorite games.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis.
Trying to think what else. I mean, I've got a bunch on my Steam library. Okay, she's there. Oh, what's that? Can. Well, the musician's closed. The coffee shop is... Can I go into the coffee shop? Oh, wait. Who's that? Is that Anna? Anna and her stupid face? No, it's not.
No luck so far, but I
Nope,
should keep
I
digging
can't go
around.
any further.
Someone must have
Okay,
seen
so let's go to the
Dennis.
park. Joe. Joe Mama. Oh, God. This Lieutenant Dan.
Joe.
Why are his legs belted together?
You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up
Oh,
yesterday.
it's so good, Will. You're gonna love it. That's like my favorite game of all time.
Boys give you trouble?
I just heard they were gonna remaster the first one.
Maybe a little.
I'm hoping
But
that
don't
they'll remaster the first one
hard for
and
me to blame
Undead Nightmare.
After the mind closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else.
I
has lost
started
their
streaming
legs
that game at one point in time, but I get so sidetracked on
You
the
haven't
side
seen
missions that it
Dennis
would have been
today,
like a
have you?
4 million hour stream,
wish.
like
Just about
pieces.
the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport.
But it's such a great game. The
no,
graphics are
I
amazing.
haven't seen him.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly.
Yeah, it's
But
such a
Anna
great
keeps
game.
me
It's
young.
so long too, and
How'd you ever let her
it's
get
so story story
probably know
enriched.
better
Like
than me.
the replay value is
all
great,
about it.
and
Still,
like I just
I always
wander
liked
around and I stumble into
Straight
shit like
shooters
I'm
are
like
a rare breed these
you know
days.
strangers and
like a man that can look you in
found
the eye and
stuff,
say what
and oh, the music is great.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations.
He's got a life alert.
Pay my respects to old Iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and
Excuse me.
it'll be one after I die.
No
It's
offense,
good to
Joe.
get
I'm
out
just
and
kind of tired
celebrate your
today.
roots every now and then.
I don't have the same.
I was really
perspective on
disappointed the other
Miners
day.
that other people have.
Sunday night, it was
No,
supposed
I
to snow
suppose you
at like 2:30 in the morning, and I was like super excited because I haven't seen
places
snow
I
in like
need to
30
be,
years.
but It's good to see
I woke
you.
my ass up
Just
at
promise
2:30
you
in the
won't wait
morning.
2 years before saying
Not a
boo
goddamn
again.
flurry. I'm
I'll do my
so
best.
mad. Everywhere else in Tennessee got snow. Not Chattanooga. Oh God, not Anna again. Yeah, I was really disappointed. Who's this guy?
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man.
Oh boy.
Of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best.
Yeah, it said there was
today.
like 100% chance of snow.
I really didn't
And
think it was
no
gonna
snow.
happen
Not
this
even
year.
not even a
Good
flake.
thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way
It's been
people
cold
can
though.
remember
It
the
went
pride
from
we used to be
73 degrees on Sunday
matters to you?
to 30 degrees
matter to
yesterday
every
to
West Virginian.
28 degrees when I left the house this morning.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take
Oh,
to screw in
boy.
a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
10.
10. 1 to hold the light bulb, 9 to rotate the ladder.
Not bad. The one I have in store is 3. 1 to replace the light bulb, 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Got to love the dad jokes. Yeah, our weather's been really
pretty
weird. I've also been told that, because I live in the valley in Chattanooga, I live in Red Bank, and I'm
all ears.
I've been told that mostly the mountains get it, like Signal Mountain, Lookout Mountain, you know, people in that area get a ton of snow. Me, not so much. I think it's because the temperatures are a little higher down here, so we do still get like the ice and the freezing and stuff, but
Of course, the corporations being what they are.
and then there's of course there's global warming and climate change, so.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force. Union men.
Oh my goodness.
Met the strike breakers over in
I'm
Logan
gonna have to
County.
go to bed early tonight.
That's right. 10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
I'm looking forward to the spring though, because I really want to start exploring Chattanooga
Definitely makes for one
and
hell of a
Tennessee.
story.
Like I want to go to Dollywood and I want to go to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and Smokies, and so I'm looking forward to it.
I do my part. Feel I owe it to them.
I get
Get the rest of myself unpacked this winter and
Anyway, I'll get back to
hit the
it.
ground running in the
Gonna
spring.
give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
Well, that was fun. Bye, Joe. Nicole, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Oops.
Remember when this whole celebration back when this town was
The only thing that sucks about moving is like I lived in Florida for 30 years, so I had like the same doctor, same dentist, the same eye doctor, and now I gotta try to find all new people.
Ah, now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you?
Yes,
Mia,
me.
please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
I like you, Christina. Flashback time. Yeah. All they want to do is like throw medication at you
Okay,
and stuff.
Millie, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers?
I'm not a
The super
brony.
cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
Patricia.
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
Peggy?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh.
Getting a
Well, it doesn't
science
seem
lesson
like the
here.
kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
Oh, Christina, I thought I liked you.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug.
It's a micro animal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
Christina, you're too old. Retire.
So, can we play this again?
Did you
tomorrow,
not get the
maybe?
memo that we can do anything we want?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't
Well,
think you're
that's kind
supposed
of
to
a
be using that language.
high
You can't break
consequence.
this.
I
No
go to hell.
matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it.
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Maury determined
Thank
that
you
was a
so
lie.
much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice.
You
to
still
see
don't
you
listen,
again.
Christina.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her
Give yourself
up.
a
Poor
fuck.
child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but these last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean.
Here's what I want to say to
Hopefully
Christine.
This tragedy will be a wake-up
get
call
your
for her
shit
to be
together.
more present.
Get it all together
She
and
should
put it in
take
a
a few
backpack.
weeks off to be
all
with
your
Joan.
shit, so
I know
it's
you
together.
would never refuse. Don't you
And
agree?
if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or
Yeah,
put it in a
of
shit
course.
museum. I don't care what you
Sure,
do.
if poor
you just
Kathy
gotta get
would
it
only
together.
ask him for the time.
That's for
Gosh,
Christine.
look at me. I talk and talk and talk, but you had something to say, didn't you?
Have you seen Dennis today?
Dennis. No, it's odd, actually. He usually stops in here Sunday mornings.
I love Rick and Morty.
Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
Oh my god, this conversation's exhausting. Slowly decomposing.
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
Oh god, I gotta deal with this.
Anna's here. I should talk to her.
Oh, you mean Anna who fucked my best friend and was living with him after she just declined my proposal? That Anna? Okay, let's talk to her.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
It was your song.
I was so wasted at that
It was so
point.
bad
It's all just
that I
a
had to
big,
start a
heavy
fight just to
blur.
get it out of my head.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
You really don't like me,
I'm
do
working
you?
on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Who made a video game?
Go
Rick and
on.
Morty?
Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in.
She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops.
She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust.
She fucked
Who could
my
help.
best friend and moved in with him after she declined my proposal. But sure, we'll trust her.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Nah, I'm just gonna...
I have that and
do
the
my own thing.
I-95 song on my list.
Oh, Sam. What have you done?
Why do I feel like she's going to use that against me later on? I don't trust her. I don't trust anybody, really. Especially this town. They have not been kind to me since I returned. Anytime today. There we go. Nicole, you might want to get off your smoke break and, Ooh, can I ride the spaceship?
A perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
What did that say? 50 cents for 1 minute of escapism used to be 25 cents. Can I go any further?
Still gotta check the Basswood Jungle.
Nope.
Hopefully Dennis is working today.
What the hell is the Basswood Jungle and where is it? Oh boy. These guys don't want to talk to me. What the? Oh, that's Basswood's musician. What's the Basswood Jungle? How do I get there? Oh, can I go to the church? Oh, Basswood. Tell me the church. That looks like a church. Alright, let's go. Locked.
Locked. I should check the back.
My. Look what we got here.
Oh, am I gonna get another
Showing
fight?
your face in town again. I thought you were smarter than that. But I'm glad we ran into you. We have unfinished business after all.
Do we now?
Look.
Oh.
I don't want to have this conversation again. We clear?
Nice sucker punch.
Got some bite. Well now, seems you want a beating. I can oblige.
Declan's right down the street.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you?
This is a small
I remember
town.
those when I was a kid.
Not enough room for you in it.
Go fuck your sister. They spell, you know the town's great when they spell miners with a Z. That's what Twisted came for, elephant rides. Twisted also has a pain kink, just so you know. Well, I don't know if you were here for that. Just want to let everybody know. He's also got a Bloody Mary fetish.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Don't make me go and highlight that shit from the last stream. Because I will. I got that kind of time, and I'm petty like that. He doesn't judge. This is a judgment-free zone. Where is everybody? Except me, I'm allowed to judge. The streamer gets to judge. Oh,
Dennis.
shit!
Dennis,
Dennis be dead.
what happened? Who? Is that how I got blown?
Media!
Did I?
Hello, media, my darling. Yeah, I know, right? Media's here. Did I stab him? Because he looks like he got stabbed. I think somebody is killing people because my friend. Oh God, here we go. What do I do? Murder. Murder. I don't want to murder anybody. Focus.
Keep going. You got this.
Murder. Murder. I don't want to murder.
Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
Oh no, you got the vid? I'm sorry, media. Where's the dude?
Sam, no. Focus on me, Sam.
I'm trying to focus on you. Where are you? I'm sorry to hear that, media. I hope you feel better.
Keep going. You got this. Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around.
Sam, keep it together. You can solve this.
Sam, don't lose your shit now, please.
Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
I'm assuming...
Blood all over the monitor. Not much to go on. I need something useful.
Didn't he have a gun? His gun holster's empty.
The chair is pretty far away from the desk. The chair is pretty far away from the desk. But I don't think that's important. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
I think he got shot. I mean, he had a gun, didn't he? Alright, we got the blood already.
Blood all over the monitor.
I like his little sticker. It says, I want to go home.
I need something useful.
You said that wasn't useful. His gun holster is there, but I can't focus on it. There's not much else I can focus on here, my dude.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
There's got to be something behind there. Okay, can I look? Okay, there's more blood. Okay.
Blood sprayed on the desk from the injury. But I need more to go on.
Okay, well, if you could give me...
The chair is pretty far away from the desk. But I don't think that's important.
Let's see if there's anything else on his desk.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
I want to go home. Oh, there we go. Exit wound.
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? The blood got all over the wall here. But where did the bullet go? The bullet stopped here. Small cap.
Well, I will try to keep you entertained, my
Sam,
media.
Stop it. Come back to reality. But You didn't do anything. Dennis was already dead when you arrived. Can't you see? Dennis was shot, and you don't even own a gun. How could you have done it?
Dennis had a gun, though, because wasn't he, like, showing it to me when I was in the...
body, which is how your shirt got
the
stained.
bar? Didn't he, like, take his coat?
Think about it, Sam. Calm down and think. You're right. I can see it. I have the complete picture now.
So, media, I know you're not feeling well, and if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. So I was talking with, Will and some of the other people in chat, and I was asking if you guys want me to keep playing, like, the story-based games, or if you want me to switch to something else. Will says he likes the story games. I know you kind of do too, but I just want to make sure you guys aren't getting, like, bored, or if there's something that you want me to play. I've got, like, all the Man of Medan games, and the Life is Strange, and some of the other ones, so if you guys want me to keep playing, I probably will start with that stuff after we finish this one. Okay. Alright, the story-driven it is. I did get Marvel's Avengers through Xbox Game Pass, so I think I might actually play that offline when I'm not streaming, and just upload it for you guys if you want me to. It's got a good campaign from what I've seen, so I definitely do want to play it. We're probably going to add, like, Heavy Rain in there at some point. Maybe Beyond Two Souls again. I've got, like, the Tell Me Why game. I've got Life is Strange, all of them. I've got the Man of Medan, all of them.
Was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him.
So,
I found him dead.
We have a lot of games to play.
Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis.
And nobody saw him this morning either.
I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good place to start.
Going to be home very late tonight. Spelled tonight wrong. Sorry, I need to make an asshole understand how the world really works. I won't be up to make breakfast, but there's some waffles in the freezer. Should be some. Dennis had bad grammar. Is that it? Oh. That's it. Can I read his inbox? No. That's just his drafts. I can't read anything else. Okay. Oh, inbox. Shit. Why is it not letting... There we go. Nick Waldron. Urgent. It's really weird how it makes
Emails between Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes. Nothing stated clearly.
I didn't think
They
I'd
didn't
hear
want
from
to
you
risk
again. If you're
anyone
willing to
learning their
talk, I'm
meetings.
willing to listen. I can make the meetup tomorrow.
Someone was watching. Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I've decided to drop this story. It turned out that I got to a dead end, and after all, better luck next time, I hope.
The puzzle comes together.
Okay.
Dennis was reading
Then
everyone's emails.
I will keep that story driven until you guys decide that you want
He found
something
out that
different.
Nick hadn't stopped
I
his
might throw some Dead by
investigation like he
Daylight in
told
there
Walter.
from time to time, just to maybe play some killer or
And that
maybe
Nick
play with some
was
friends.
still talking
But
to some informant.
other than that, I'll just keep the
Then he decided to
story-based
tell me.
games.
And now he's dead.
I think I
need
want to
to look
play
through
Plague
any
Tale
notes
for you
Nick
guys
left in
too.
his office
And then there's another one
and
that's
check
coming out,
Walter's
Plague
computer.
Tale
They have to
Requiem,
have
I think it's
something for me to
called.
go on.
So I probably will play that when it comes out because I think I get it through Xbox Game Pass as well.
Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around.
My old desk. Yeah, I've got a bunch of games too. My link for my Steam is underneath the stream as well. If you want to see the games that I've got on Steam, if there's anything that you want me to play, like after this one. Tara's nameplate, much less colorful than its owner. I hate her. She's such a jackass. Diary. $3121?
Joan used to keep this with her at all times, always observing and sketching and... what are those numbers?
Looks like a safe. 3121. Is there a safe around here somewhere? Pile of electronics. Dennis's dead body. I don't see a safe here. Oh, what's that? Is that a safe? That might be it.
If I had the code, I could get in here.
I have the code. Wasn't it unlock? I have the code.
Thanks, Bug.
Yay!
Your obsessive snooping pays off. Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive. How could there be so little information regarding his last investigation?
Unemployment skyrocketed after the mine closed, flattened out in the last year or so. On the rebound, numbers looking good. Trend or outlier, need more data points. Nick Waldron, West Virginia to Florida.
Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something. Or someone.
Oh, he's got notes. Oh.
Nick was looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood. But what was he looking for? Nick had a contact. Same name as in the email.
8 p.m. with
something big.
The Twitchy guy? Okay. D Twitchy guy, but might have something useful. Second meeting with D. This actually might be something. Assuming he's not full of crap. Always wants to meet in spooky spots, but maybe he's seen too many movies. 10 a.m. with D. Had to buy him breakfast, and he said we couldn't meet anymore. Seems like a dead end. I thought I'd lost him. Glad he's open to talking again. Oh, I think... Well, D would be Dennis, so that... I don't know. Oh, D. So that would be Dennis, I guess. Now Dennis
what Nick
is dead.
was looking into was
Nick is
something
dead,
big
and
and
now Dennis is
dangerous.
dead,
It's why he
so.
was so careful.
Somebody killing people. Alright, now what?
It's possible Walter missed something. Could be worth checking his office.
Where's Walter's office? Oh, this is Walter's office. Walter's nameplate.
There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password.
Oh, the cat.
Ugh. My heart's desire. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place.
I think it's the cat.
There might be something around here that hints at
I mean, he's got the
Walter's
cat
password.
as his profile
Walter
picture.
was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office. Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his
I don't know. I'm
password.
trying to find out. It's me. I'm D. Downing. Welcome to the stream, my dude.
Just reminders. Nothing that could be used as a password.
I'm trying to see the picture photo of desk. Let's see. Look.
A photo Walter took of his first desk on his first
It could
day
be
of work.
Downing's, you know,
Nick inherited it.
photo of a
She used to
woman.
be the office administrator ages ago.
Nothing there. Yeah, let's go back. I want to say it's the cat, but I could be wrong. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Books.
He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top.
Wouldn't be surprised if that was his password.
Alright, so we got a couple. Anna's nameplate.
That was just after Anna came on. And we really were a small clan.
Donald. I'm gonna start calling you Donald. Donald. Excuse me. Walter's nameplate. Alright. Let's see what we can try for passwords.
That's not
Nope.
it. I have to keep looking.
Oh! There we
See what
go.
secrets you got in here, Walter.
Donald! Want to extend my greatest thanks again for your help. You are a scholar and a saint. It looks like I was worried unnecessarily soon. Okay. Here's a report on Nick's crash. You haven't asked for one of these in a while. Nothing. Ooh.
Mostly standard so far. By the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried.
Car found around or against a tree surrounded by debris. Fire started at or after impact and burned out with Nicholas Waldron's in the driver's seat. Skid marks and the other traces of his driver were startled by an animal and exited the road at high speed.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on.
Driver
He always kept
probably
his window
drunk
open.
and forgot the belt.
The car really burned.
Holy shit.
Though that's very uncommon in most crashes.
He's calling me Donald. That's great.
So, Walter got the
Downing,
police
be
report
gentle
from
on media.
Bass.
He's got the vid.
Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong. Walter
I
seemed
put
to
some
buy
new
it, but
sounds
I
on
don't
my
know if I
board for
do.
you guys. One from Little Misfortune.
Give yourself a fuck.
And then I got...
Emotional damage!
That's what you should have said when he called you Donald. Emotional damage.
So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in?
Fancy.
Just a hint. We should get out of town immediately. Dennis tried to talk to me about Nick, and that's what got him killed. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like
Why
it.
would I get out of town? Because they're going to try and kill me?
2 years is a long time, Sam. You
Ah,
may have changed more than you know.
gotcha.
Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site.
Donald.
Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's happening?
Oh shit, he did.
Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
Is
listen
he...
to me.
Aw, media.
Anna, I did not kill Dennis.
Oh my god, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
I love
Your
you
bloody
too,
shirt
media.
is clearly from this. That means you were here yesterday. It links you to the crime scene. And you've been running around town all morning asking about Dennis. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own.
Efficient and possibly friendless.
That's
You've
not
already
good.
trusted Anna once. I suggest you keep on that road.
Give yourself a fuck.
Okay. But not that phone. Use one of the landlines here and don't leave your name.
I have another one too,
right?
but it's
I know how
too
to keep
low.
things
I need to try to figure out how to make it higher. Like I have it all the way up to max volume
Whoever
on
did
my
this
sound
might be
deck.
linked to
But
Nick's
it's the part
accident.
where she goes and finds the dude hanging from the
crash?
ceiling. And she says,
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
happiness
with
to
you.
George the
I don't know if that's a
Pinata.
good idea.
You trusted me before. It's only fair I do the same for you. I'll call the cops from here so they can't track us.
All right.
It was such a great game. I want to get the, shh, little butt crack. This is a ninja mission.
Here we are.
It barely looks like anything happened.
It's been a week, but we'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. My
She-
dad will be good company anyway.
Okay, so she declined my proposal. She slept with my best friend.
Especially how
I
you all
left
end up being
town,
right.
and now she wants to hang with me. Like,
I hope.
am I the dick? Because, like, I don't feel like I'm the dick.
Me neither. This is the place.
The crash site. Right? Like, you know. You know, I'm all about love and light, but sometimes I'm about hate and murder. So,
Nick,
you know.
I'll get to the bottom of this. First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened.
No skid marks, so he didn't.
That
So-
piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs.
So they said that he likely
Fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far.
tried to avoid an animal, but if there's no skid marks,
Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that?
I don't think Nick's car did it.
The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road. These road signs are intact. Not a scratch on them.
There's burn marks.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area.
Emotional damage.
The bark got badly burned. Must be where Nick crashed.
Like that lady said, she's like, oh, he went up like a Sunday ham. Like, wow, I guess you didn't really like him that much, did you? Car part.
Debris from Nick's car. The police didn't clean up very well.
Something tells me somebody cut the signs down. He didn't see them. Somebody probably caught his brakes. Alright, there's nothing else here. Let me go back this way. I'm just not buying that he, I mean, there's no skid marks at all, so... And he just so happened to go down in the one spot that doesn't have... Like, everything else around here is covered in rocks. There's a fallen tree over here. Tree limb. Or tree log.
Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road.
I think somebody messed with Nick. Yeah, I don't see anything else down here, so. What else? Let me try up by the rock. Nothing here. One single flower. I found the one flower in the whole game. Oh, a fuel stain. Ooh, that is a big fuel stain.
A fuel stain. From Nick's
Excuse me.
car? Was it leaking fuel?
Somebody cut his fuel lines. Oh, can't go any further. Okay. I see you, game. I see you. You could just tell me not to go any further, but that's okay.
Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him.
My little brain wheels are turning. Like, literally, do you see any other flowers? I see nothing. Wait, is that another one? I found 2. I found 3. Oh, we're doing good. I don't see anything else on the road. It's a bunch of leaves. Alright, what am I missing here? I think he just got so distracted by the flowers that he just ran off the road. Oh, what's this? Animal footprints.
An animal came through here. Maybe that's what surprised Nick.
I don't think so,
But the
'cause
tracks don't reach the road.
Nick's fuel was leaking. Let's reenact it. Anna, you drive. I don't see anything else. What am I missing here? Can't go any further, really. Oh, I missed that
No
one.
skid marks, no trace of sudden braking.
There we go. Big brain time.
That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
The Mind Palace.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal.
I mean, I hate to say that the cops in this town suck, but I'm literally
Drove
not a
through a
police
road
officer.
sign before
I went out for
crashing into
5
a tree.
minutes, looked at the ground, and said, yeah, that didn't happen. Crack fucking police force we got here.
Things don't add up.
Maybe he should spend less time yelling at vagrants. Ooh, do I get to drive the car?
I need to find out what really happened.
Oh, alright, there's Nick. Alright, car and fuel. Caught on fire, leaking fuel. I would say it was unconscious. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna say caught on fire, unconscious, conscious. Nope. Okay, so it wasn't that. Not linked, maybe? Nope. Yeah, I think he was leaking fuel. Obviously, it's on the road. So, we're gonna say leaking fuel. Leaking fuel. I don't think he was drunk, but maybe he was drunk. And I'm gonna take the obstacle out of the way. I'm gonna say tree log. Alright, let's see what happens. Nope. Alright, so are we thinking unconscious, fuel leaking, tree log? I actually really liking it. I mean, I think it's a decent story. Alright, so we're gonna say leaking fuel. I'm gonna say unconscious. And so he caught fire there. So let's change this one. Okay, so let's change the obstacle. I'm gonna say none. There we go. We did it. Okay, so how do I validate that now? Yep, that's where it went. Okay, so we got it right. He was unconscious.
How could the signs have burned during the crash then?
We need something else. Okay, so was the car on fire? Let's try this one.
Only one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong.
So maybe they cut his gas and then lit the car on fire? And obviously he was unconscious. Yeah, it looks like that's what happened. Because the car would have been covered in gas on the bottom. And then when he crashed, it would have got up in flames. Oh, they doused it in gasoline. And then set it on fire. That's fucked up, dude. You know, I kind of feel like it's that lady Rita, because she was like, oh, he went up like a Sunday ham. Like, she just seems really suspect to me. Yeah, I think these cops are not doing a good job. Well, we figured out what happened.
I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, I don't... The police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking.
Anna?
Fucking. Fucking.
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
She gonna die
When it
next.
happened, just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way.
So does the cam look better now that I
Someone
fixed the
broke into
lighting
your
and
house.
everything? Do I look like normal and not washed out and green screeny? Hopefully it's better. I actually added another light to like light the green screen better. I know I kind of blend in a little bit. My shirt's kind of dark, so I'm blending in with the background, but it's navy and the background's black. It does look better? Okay, good. I messed with it for hours
So, about Dad.
trying to get it right. So
Don't
hopefully it's
tell
not
him
that
what
bad.
we found. Please. It'd just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna.
Why is her dad
Maybe
in the woods?
give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick.
Oh,
of
this
all
was our
people,
house?
Was living here. With her. Things are different. She's different. You're different. I'm different. But am I different enough to not fall into old patterns? Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
I had a nice house.
The last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into it. He had to get a new one after the accident. Must have been very expensive.
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
You know, Anna, Joe's pretty sharp for an old man who can't walk.
That's right. And Sam here's got a good mind for a fool-headed kid.
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just bellyaching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Don't come crying to me when you're dead and
But
unconscious on the
before I
side of the
head
road in a
off,
fiery
Sam,
wreck like a Sunday
Tell
ham.
me if something was going on.
What did old Joe know? Not a goddamn
Brave,
thing.
And she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right.
I'm with Joe on this
You tell
one.
me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her
I think she
anymore,
is.
So I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
You're not.
Joe,
You're just a
I
figment
don't
of my
know.
imagination.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need
I mean,
your
you're
word.
practically dead to me, so.
Wow. Heavy.
Joe's really laying on the
Joe's
paternal
really
guilt.
laying on the paternal guilt.
I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen.
Sorry,
he just
guys.
Wants to feel
I'm
like someone is
sleepy.
looking out for her. I can't blame him.
And what if I can't keep that promise?
Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father.
I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on.
Yes,
it
there
could be
is.
dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get
Your
mixed up.
dad is a whore.
All right. I'm trusting you on this.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing. I'm heading inside. See how bad it is.
Take your fucking hover around, Joe. I'll see you later.
I need to get in there eventually. But maybe I should look around the property first. Sent from a mourner. Anna probably couldn't handle taking it inside.
At least I can move faster now.
It's Bugs. She probably brought it over one time when she came with Nick. It was great to come back from work, sit down, and read until the sun went down.
It's a nice little piece of property they got right along like a stream, and it's pretty cool. Useful for stargazing in the winter. But they're useful for a lot more than that. It's a nice little piece of property, though. Planted within the last year, doing well, Nick and his green thumb. Oh, speaking of that, Twisted, I have to send you pictures of my garden. My arrow garden. It's coming along quite nicely. Their basil and the oregano is growing like a weed.
I saw Anna was the day she bought this place.
Oh, so she bought the place and I just moved in with her?
I want everyone to know this house is sold.
Yeah,
You're
it's
mine.
growing like
I own
crazy.
you now. It might be 200 years before it's paid off, but it's mine.
So,
The thyme
when
is
can
taking a
I
little
start
bit longer,
moving my
and
own
the
stuff?
savory is taking a little bit longer, but the basil and the oregano are growing like
Sure, but
weeds.
that means I get to choose which side of the bed I'm sleeping on.
What? No. You're gonna sleep on the side closest to the door.
Why's that?
So if someone breaks in, you can fight them off. And maybe because I like being near the window.
Somehow I feel like it's entirely the second thing and not at all the first.
We can talk about all this after my stuff's inside.
But all your stuff's so heavy.
Which is why I need your help. Don't slack, Sam. This house isn't gonna decorate itself. And I want you to be part of that.
Oh, is this before you slept with my best friend? I moved in together and dejected my proposal. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I don't think there's anything else. It really is. I'm really holding a petty candle for her. You done pissed off a petty bitch. Like, literally chose a dude with a kid over me. So, yeah, I'm a little bitter. Just a little bit. I was looking for her notes, I think.
Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her.
Oh, so I have to be the bigger person. Okay, fine. I'll try. I'm not promising much, but I'll try.
Anna? Anna,
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Look at my house.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
Yeah, I like him. He's the voice of reason.
She needs you, buddy. Needs me?
I don't even want
I don't
her.
even think she knows I'm here. What am I supposed to do? Something. Anything. It's the thought. The effort.
Get her a drink.
I know,
Just
right?
show her you're here. I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I guess I've heard worse ideas. She kept the drinks in the kitchen, in one of the pantries.
She kept the drinks in the kitchen. No, we keep them in the bathroom in this house. No drinks in the kitchen? That's poor folks' business. What the fuck is wrong with this game? I'm sorry.
She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry.
It's been a while, Sam.
We keep our clothes in the
Changed around
refrigerator.
here.
You feel like looking at old keepsakes?
We're not peasants.
No.
I don't know. Some of the stuff in here, just stupid.
She's not gonna want something cold. Always said cold drinks are for parties.